gentlemen, we are gathered here today for a brand new episode of Super Sexy Slutty Steaks.
Cowboy style.
Super sexy, slutty steaks. Super sexy, slutty, sexy, super slutty steaks. Super sexy, slutty, sexy, slutty.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. That was a good one, pal. What's up, all you super sexy slutty chefs out there? I'm Rob LaFoon, and you're watching the critically acclaimed hit show Super Sexy Slutty Steaks. Now, this is episode 4, and usually episode 4 is A New Hope. But with A New Hope comes new challenges, and this is the biggest challenge yet.
Cowboy.
For me, and for any of you super sexy slutty chefs out there, I'm talking about 2.18 pounds of USDA prime cowboy ribeye certified Angus beef. Now let me tell you something right now. This is the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the jungle, and he will take you down if you are not ready for him. So I hope that I've put in my 10,000 Malcolm Gladwell hours, and I hope I can handle this steer. I'm ready to harness your power, brother. Now, obviously, you've all caught on that step 1 here is usually procuring and naming your meat. Now, since I got this little guy down from my friend at Gelson's, I've been thinking up a name for him. And since he is a cowboy, in honor of the true cowboys, the ones from Dallas, I believe I'm going to name this guy Troy, as in Troy Aikman. You guys want to meet Troy Aikman? Say hi, Troy. He's here to win you 3 Super Bowls. So what do you guys think? You think you can handle this? Why don't I show you how we prep this? Alright, so step B, after you name the little guy, is gonna be seasoning the steer. Can we get that CGI on the screen there to say that? Seasoning the steer. Now what I mean by that is, you're gonna want them to soak in for a while. This is a bigger piece of meat. With a girthy little fucker like this, you wanna put your rock salt, you wanna put your pepper, you wanna put your garlic, you wanna put it on about 30 to 40 minutes ahead of time before you toss it on the cooker so it can really sink in. This is a girthy boy. Repeat after me. Girthy boy. Alright everybody, now that brings me to a new segment called Jabroni of the Week. Now this week, I'm going to have to award it to Robert Nealman. As you'll see here in this clear, indisputable evidence, this man is dipping steer meat into ranch dressing. Now, as I've said before, ranch is for kids. It was invented by the bird meat industry to mask the flavor of the bird meat for children. It's to get them addicted when they're young so they don't stop. It's the menthol, it's the flavored candy cigarette of the food industry, and frankly, it's disgusting. Alright, our 40 minutes are up, and I'm about ready to bring it on over to the cooker, but we're not using the traditional cast iron or even the Dutch oven today. We're using something else. We're using something I call a cowboy cooker. We're gonna take this thing out back. Wicka wow wow. Wicka wow wow. Wicka wow wow West. Jim West. Desperado. Alright, step D with your carry-on cooker is gonna be lighting that bitch up. What do you say we give it a go, huh?
West, tame in the West, so remember the name now.
By the way, if any of you at home happen to enjoy your steak anything above medium, feel free to let us know in the comments. I'll make sure our intern blocks you.
Super sexy, slutty steaks. Super sexy, slutty, sexy.
Alright, here's a hot one for all you super sexy slutty chefs following along at home. I want you to remember this the next time you're cooking up your own steer. Follow the Paul Stanley method. And what I mean by this is keep it super sexy and slutty. Keep it super sexy slutty. The Paul Stanley method. Strata! Alright, once you got your outdoor carry-on cooker up to a nice temperature, it's gonna be about time to put your steer on the grill. Now you'll notice today I used charcoal. That's because I'm going for a true cowboy feel. As propane wasn't invented yet. Propane came around in the year 1935. It was invented by a man named Buck Strickland in Arlen, Texas.
Yep.
Honestly, I can't believe this is how they used to live out in the wicked wild west. Just human and steer coexisting. It was a more beautiful, more simple time that honestly I can get behind. except for the dysentery. Wow, wow.
Slutty sticks. Super sexy, slutty, sexy.
Honestly, when you put your steer on the cooker, kind of feels like you sent it off to college. Good luck, Troy Aikman. Don't catch any STDs out there in the dorms, pal. This is pretty exciting cooking outside, I'm not gonna lie to you. It kind of feels like I'm in the Boy Scouts again, except nobody's touching my wiki wow wow. Wiki wow wow. Wiki wild. Now, in preparation of this episode, I've done a lot of research, and I think I've decided on my 3 favorite cowboy films. Number 1, Little Giants. Yes, the Little Giants are the main stars of the film. However, the cowboys play an important role as the antagonists. Movie number 2, of course, it's Emilio Estevez in the movie Tombstone. I believe it's named after The Undertaker. I've never actually seen it. I'm just a big fan of Coach Bombay. And number 1, of course, is the music video for the song Cowboy by Kid Rock. I love that scene where Josie gets in that little tussle with the little ragtime piano thing. Super cool. Great film. I'm about ready for this challenge. Unfortunately, it's got to keep cooking through. As you know, the girthier the meat, the longer the time it's got to spend on the cooker. So this time around, I'm letting it go for a few minutes on each side before flipping, and then giving it another flip over on the less hot side of the grill to try to get through on the inside a little more. However, it doesn't always work out that way.
Super sexy, slutty, sexy, slutty sticks.
You know, a wise man once said, "It's dark and hell is hot." That man was DMX. There's really no relevance to this. I just think DMX is pretty cool. Look at this little cocksucker cooked up real nice.
Super sexy, slutty, sexy, slutty sticks.
All right, now we're back in the headquarters here. Now, much like a heavyweight fight, you're not going to win with just one move. You're not going to win against a 32-ounce motherfucker with just one cooker. So we're going to have to take this guy and finish him off inside of the oven here. Now, you want him in there at a low temperature, just enough to kind of try to cook through to the inside, because this bastard is girthy. Girthy. All right, after you've let this cocksucker cook up nice for a few minutes in your oven, you're going to want to go to flip it. Now, when you flip it, this is going to be your chance to add the super sexy, slutty blue cheese. Now, I repeat for all you super sexy, slutty chefs following along at home, this is your chance to add the super sexy, slutty blue cheese. Now, I got mine from Gelson's. No relation to my friend Amy of the same name. Now, I'm ready to put it on. Follow me. Oh, I'm probably going to actually need to get something to grab that, because that's going to be hot as fuck.
Oh boy.
All right, now for this little fun segment, I'd like to take things to you, the viewer at home, in a little segment I call Viewer at Home. All right.
Hey Rob, what's up bud? King here.
King!
I got a question for you. What's your problem with bird meat? I mean, I eat it every day and look how muscly I am.
Bud, it's dry as fuck.
Bird meat's not that dry. I mean, if you add good sauces to it, you know, buffalo, barbecue, teriyaki, I guess.
Bud, let me ask you something.
Yeah, what's up, bud?
Are you okay in that little box?
Cowboy.
All right, step 13 is real lucky here. It's going to be eating the steer you've prepared. Now, Troy Aikman here was quite the battle, so I'm ready to win this war. I think I mentioned earlier that this steak was pretty expensive. If you were to go to a nice restaurant and order something like this, it would cost you over $100 probably. Now, lucky for us, and lucky for you, technology is advanced enough for you to turn on that virtual reality and get a taste of it with me. So crank on up that flavor and let's go, eh? All right, as you'll see here again, we have cooked the perfect steak. That is a nice, perfect medium rare with a great little char along the outside there. Let's take a bite and experience it, right? Oh my fuck. 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 Oh That steer meat is making me thirsty. Neon citrus drink. Alright everybody, you're probably excited for the big game. I've had a lot of people ask me who I think's gonna win. I want to let you know, I don't really care. However, I'm happy the following teams are not in the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Arizona Cardinals, the Seattle Seahawks, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Atlanta Falcons.
Absolutely, my favorite team's in it. The Atlanta Falcons.
I guess you can probably see a pattern going on here. Honorable mention to the New York Jets. I don't believe you're technically birds. However, you do fly, so you coexist with them. You're guilty by association. Sorry, pals. I hope we all learned a lesson today. I know I did. Sometimes you can beat the meat, but sometimes you get beat by meat. All right, you super sexy, slutty chefs out there. That about does it for this week's episode. And although I wasn't successful against that big girthy cowboy ribeye that I named Troy, I want to let you know I'm not too discouraged about it. Nobody has a perfect season. Ask the 2007 Patriots. It's okay to lose sometimes. Sometimes you fall off the steer. But what's important is that you get right back up on it. If I told all of you how good you look, you guys almost look as good as I do. God, you're doing so well. Hey, IRS. Hey, how are you? It's at Rob LaFoon again. I was just wondering if steer meat is a tax write-off. Must be out of minutes.